Hello everyone, my name is Rachita Mathur, currently working as a legal intern at LexClick. So today I'll be discussing one case of Sheikh Ahmed versus State of Telangana. So in this case, the Supreme Court has held that merely proving the kidnap of a person is not sufficient for conviction of the offence of kidnapping for ransom provided under section 364A of IPC. It must also be proved that there was a threat to cause death or harm to the kidnapped person or to the kidnapper by his conduct gave rise to a reasonable apprehension that such person may be put to death. Further, a bench considered a criminal appeal that was filed against the conviction of a person under section 364A of IPC. The appellant was an auto rickshaw driver and was convicted for kidnapping a school boy who had taken a ride in the auto and for demanding a ransom of rupees 2 lakh from his father. Now, the issue framed by the Supreme Court were, the first was, what are the ingredients of section 364A to be proved beyond a reasonable doubt by a prosecution for securing the conviction of an accused under section 364A of IPC. Second was whether each and every ingredient as mentioned under section 364A need to be proved for securing a conviction under section 364A, and non-establishment of any of the condition may vitiate the conviction under section 364A of IPC. Third was whether the lead session judge as well as the High Court has recorded any findings that all the ingredients of section 364A were proved by the prosecution. And the last issue was whether there was any evidence of finding by the court below that the accused had threatened to cause death or hurt to the victim or by his conduct gave rise to a reasonable apprehension that victim may be put into death or hurt. Now, the first issue was ingredient of section 364A of IPC. So, the kidnapping or abduction of any person or keeping a person in detention after such kidnapping or abduction. Second ingredient was to threaten to cause death or to hurt to such person by his conduct give rise to a reasonable apprehension that such person may be put to death or hurt. Third was cause hurt or death to such person in order to compel the government or any foreign state or any governmental organization or any other person to do or abstain from doing any act or to pay a ransom. The court noted that the word "and" is used between first and the second condition, so merely proving the first condition is not sufficient. Thus, after establishing first condition, one more condition has to be fulfilled, since after the first condition the word used is and thus in addition to the first condition, either the condition 2 and 3 failing which conviction under section 364A can't be sustained. So, the second condition is also a condition precedent which is requisite to be satisfied to attract section 364A of IPC. The court said that the use of the conjunction and its purpose and objected, it noted that section 364A used the word "or" 9 times, but the whole section contains only one word of "and", which is between the first and the second condition. Thus, for covering an offence under section 364A, apart from the fulfillment of first condition and second condition, that is, threaten to cause death or hurt to such person, also need to be proved in case the case is not covered by a subsequent clause joined by "or". The second condition not proved on fact of the case. Coming to the fact of the case, the Supreme Court noted that both Session and High Court did not advert the necessity of proving the second condition of section 364A. So, the Supreme Court referred the testimonies of the victim and his father, which were to effect that the appellant has not caused any sort of harm to the victim during the period of abduction. The victim's father said in a cross-examination that his son was not physically assaulted and was subject to a bad behavior. The victim boy said that he was treated in a good manner. So in such a case, the Supreme Court conclude that the second condition of Section 364A of IPC was not to be proved in this case. However, the conviction and the life sentence under Section 364A of IPC was set aside. However, since the fact of the kidnapping was proved, the court altered the conviction to Section 363 of IPC, which carries a maximum punishment up to 7 years of imprisonment. That's all for the day. Thank you.